Hey y'all, this is BalancedLibra Tarot. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to all of my subscribers. Hey y'all, and if you're new to my channel, hey, hopefully you guys are having a good day today. First of all, let me say I really appreciate everyone who had donated to the channel, who has supported me during the live. I figured out a way where I can see the messages if I go live with you guys. But I do want to make something known. I'm not monetized by YouTube as of yet. So what I will do is link my Cash App in the description box if you feel like you want to donate. I'm not asking you to, but those who have gave me supers and all of that, I really appreciate it. I couldn't see what it was or what was going on, but now I can see. So if you guys are chatting with me, I'll be able to see that. So once again, the top fans, super chats, I really appreciate it, guys. And thank you so very much. But what I'll do is put my Cash App in the description box when I do lives, if anybody feel like that's what they want to do. This will be a general reading for the collective. I get that someone needs to intertwine. And what I mean is, don't leave out what you were taught. Whether if it's religion, your beliefs, whatever. Intertwine it. It's not a choice. That's what this fool's journey is about. It's taking a leap of faith and making it your journey. What fits? What don't fit? Let it go. You're going to continuously do healing work, but once you understand what you need to understand, it's going to bring you to that complete cycle. Your family was your first teacher, your first heartbreak, first abandonment, first neglect, first whatever, first love, first hate, first friend, whatever. But they were there to be that familiar spirit. So when you do face the world, you know how to overcome the challenges, not to be stuck, not to be hurt, but know how to persevere through that challenge. Yes, we do get hurt because we are human. We have emotions. But it's for you to learn to navigate. Trust yourself. Trust your gifts. Trust your talents. Don't be in fear of everything. You're multifaceted. You're meant to intertwine and alchemize the energy. You're meant to embrace your dark and light side. Not get rid of it. It won't go away. That's part of the yin and the yang. So intertwine. What cards I want to start with? And this is why. But I don't know if that's going to come out. But let's get started in the reading. Growth. Yeah, there's some growth that is needed. Now, some of you could be gardening. Maybe you're doing fruits and vegetables. Maybe you're doing plants or what have you. Somebody could be using like storage bins, buckets. If they don't have a backyard, it could be using a balcony here. Some of you are seeing the growth in yourself and appreciating it. Or some of you, there's growth that's still needed. Yeah. Someone could have been confused. Wrapped in a lot of confusion here. Someone needing clarity about what it is that they need to grow from. Someone could also be confused about spirit, their higher self, and they're needing to get grounded. They need to trust their inner voice. Prayer. Someone needs to pray. Meditate. However, you need to get connected to your higher self in order for you to obtain this growth here. Some type of sadness. A lot of disappointment because things didn't go according to how someone wanted to go. Somebody could have been wanting people to be loyal to them. Someone wanted to feel complete here. But you need to go within to connect to the divine, to your spirit, to obtain the wisdom. Somebody has a hard time to discern. So somebody's discernment is off. But I'm just telling you, you need to just intertwine. All religions, just like, I know some people don't like the word Jesus or they feel some type of way about it. But he is us. We are the conscious. We are the physical. And as you see through his journey, the fool's journey, there was a lot of things. He wasn't just one religion. He was not any religion. He was spiritual. Just like, for instance, the 40 days, the 40 nights. That could have been during Ramadan. So intertwine. Don't get confused here. Use all the tools and resources for your benefit, no matter how it looks. I might call it greens. You might call it collard. Somebody else might call it turnips. Somebody else might call it mustard. Somebody could call it vegetables. To a degree, they pretty much the same thing. What is this energy? What is this energy? It's quite a bit. We got the Queen of Pentacles. Someone needing to get grounded here. Someone to focus on stability. Someone who needs to embrace being comfortable in who they are, to ground themselves, not to be afraid to take opportunities. Not to be afraid to be in leadership, not afraid to provide. Some of you may be the sole provider of your family. But this person here is using all their knowledge and wisdom in order to grow here. With this Lovers in the World card, there could be a lot of confusion when it comes to connections, love, compassion, loyalty. Why these cycles feel like on repeat. Why do, when things end, it's like you stuck with the emotions of trying to find peace or closure in the situation? Some of you need to learn to alchemize this energy, to use it for your better benefit. What was this lesson telling you? Sometimes people are here to mirror the energy. Some of you could be dealing with Sagittarius, Gemini energy. Some of you feel like you can't close the cycle because you don't have any closure. But do you need it? And if so, why? Some of you need to learn to be patient with yourself. More Sagittarius energy. I'm sorry, Capricorn. Gemini, Capricorn, Sagittarius. But there is a need for you to be more patient with yourself here. That's why I was saying intertwine. Embrace the light, embrace the dark, because that's who you are. Be patient with yourself. Some of you hold yourself back out of fear, a lot of fear. Some of you connect to people who is self-centered, all for self, out of greed, possessiveness. There was need to have balance in your connections here, even within self. Some of you needed to learn to balance the feminine and masculine aspects of yourself. Some of you felt like you were incomplete without a partner. That's what the codependency, where that comes into play at. Moderation was needed. Yeah, some of you didn't want to move forward. This was a challenge for you. Moving on, trust in spirit to be guided. Moving to calmer waters. Because some of you were stuck in some type of root chakra energy. Some of you had a lot of baggage when it came to connections and letting things just close out and let it be. So that could have been the challenge that could have been blocking you from having the success or the victory or the commitment or the balance or the intertwining. Some of you felt discredited in these connections. Some of you discredited your shadow side. You need that. But you got to know when to use it. There was a lot of lack of confidence here to the people that you had connections with. Some of you were distracted by this, where you had unfinished projects, unfinished work, spiritually. So it's like you get in this connection and that's all you worried about. But what about your spiritual hygiene, your spiritual lessons? You still have to continue. Just because you're in connection with them, it doesn't stop. That's not the end all be all. You continue. That's the religious part of the spirituality. You continue. Yeah, there was a lack of balance, a lack of spiritual insight here. A lack of stability, lack of teamwork. Yeah, it caused you to be stuck. Not seeing, you were guided, not coming out of your head, removing yourself from bondage. Some of you had just been overthinking the situation. Some of y'all felt trapped. You could have felt like a victim in the situation. You have suffered a lot. Hey, y'all. Yes, this is a tarot reading. This is the collective reading. Some of y'all had self-imposed limitations on yourself. You restricted yourself. You held yourself back when you should have been propelling forward. It's almost like an invisible fear. And maybe in the way that you were brought up, the way you think, but it was all fake. It was invisible. You kept yourself limited. You kept yourself stuck. Some of you felt like you didn't see yourself out of these situations or commitments or obligations when you had control the full time. You just needed to create a plan. You needed to recognize what it was missing, what was going on in the situation that caused you to hold back in the first place, to stand your ground in the first place, to intertwine your energies in the first place, to be alone. It did nothing but create delays, a lot of frustrations. Because it's like you could have took action in a lot of situations, but you restricted yourself. You delayed the opportunities. You delayed the growth. You delayed the action to move forward. Which blocked your abundance in a lot of ways. Some of you had a lot of obsessions and putting in the work, maybe physical work, a job work, romantic work, but you could have been obsessed, putting in all the work versus moving forward to something that may open up to you that was more fitting. Some of you, your heart chakra was out of alignment. A lot of your chakras could have been out of alignment. But mainly the heart chakra, you were not connecting. Some of you, like I said, you was not using your discernment in a lot of situations. You wasn't facing some type of truth here. In order for you to achieve goals, to connect. Yeah. That's Scorpio energy here. There was a need to have some type of sense of independence. Some of you, that could have been very emotional, like a conflict of having to be by yourself. Some of you indulged in conversations that didn't serve your highest good or your purpose. There was a need to change, but someone could have been resisting this change. It's like you being called to grow and elevate here. Especially to have success and stability here. Someone needed a lot more determination. Maybe even energy here. A lot of you could have been hiding yourselves here. Isolating, not wanting to be seen. Some of you were too focused on who you were connected to and worried about what they had to say. Maybe there was a loss of finances due to you restricting yourself, causing delays, overthinking. If you just joined in the chat, welcome guys. Thank you. A lot of you, it was more like family issues, feeling like you belong here. Some of you, you had to step up, step into your power. Like I said, some of you are the provider. There was a need for you to have some type of financial stability here. Knowing who to connect with, knowing when to separate from people, when to learn to reconnect. Once again, you got to learn to intertwine all energies. Some of you had to learn to be in that childlike energy, using your imagination. Some of you let that go. Some of you need to play, get out more. You still have to fill that void of that inner child. You still have to nurture that inner child. It's like things will come together for you once you step in your power. Some of you gonna get it, how to play the game of life. Maybe somebody might be playing that game. But there was a lot of structure and discipline that was needed. Aries energy, Mars. Someone learned, got the wisdom and learned they need to take action. In order to get what you want, you need to take action. Nobody can stop you. Nobody can block you, no matter what they do. If they try to come against you, only person that can delay you is you. That's what you need to realize. Not giving someone your power to make you feel like, oh, they did this, so I can't. No. Alchemize the energy. That's why it's important for you to pray. That's why it's important for you to go within and meditate. That's where the confusion is coming from. You're not choosing your discernment. You're not using it. You're not intertwining the energy. You're not putting everything together. It's like you gain one thing, let the other thing go. No, it don't work like that. All together. Sometimes you gotta play the villain sometimes. Sometimes you gotta be the bad person, depending on who you're dealing with. And it's okay to be good most of the time, but you gotta know when to pull that card out. Don't play with me. Some of you need that structure, that discipline, like the ram. You need to push forward, persevere. Persevere through those energies. Persevere through that confusion. You need to sit with self in order to get that clarity. It's okay sometimes to be alone. Sometimes you need that to recalibrate, to hear yourself, your inner self, spirit, God, the divine, higher self. You have to go within, and it's okay. Some of you need to talk it out. Some of y'all deceived yourselves. Some of y'all was dishonest to yourself that you couldn't do it. That this person had more power over than you. No. What needed to be exposed is you needed to move strategically in this energy. You see this pawn that he has? You needed to be strategic in how you push and persevere forward. Some things didn't need to be broadcast. Some things didn't need to be talked about. Like I said, sometimes you gotta play the villain. You just gotta know when. When you're hiding yourself, not being who you are being in fraud. Let's face it, you're not showing who you are. You're not being who you are. You're hiding. You're hiding yourself. You're hiding your talents. You're hiding your abilities. You're hiding your strength. Because you're stuck out of fear. Some of you may need to move from where you are because there's a lot of trauma there. Maybe where you grew up or whatever the environment is, there's a need to probably move and be strategic about it. You lost a lot. People took a lot, whether resources, materials, finances, energy, whatever. Yeah. Taurus energy. You need to recalibrate and go within to connect to God, Spirit, Source, Divine, your inner self. There's a need. That's why I say intertwine the energies. Some of you feel foolish for allowing yourself to endure this. Some of you looking for freedom, but you need to pray. intertwine, balance the energy. Six of Pentacles. There's a need. Some of you need to share. Share your gifts. Share your talents with people that you need to connect to. Some of you need to be more generous. But some of you are very providing, very supportive. Some of your chakras are coming into alignment here. You understand the exchange. Some of you are intertwining, alchemizing the energy. That's why you're able to give and to receive, where you get the balance, the harmony. Because you in cooperation with spirit. I was going to say corporation. Maybe you got a corporation or something with a corporation here. But you in cooperation with spirit here. The universe, the energy. You in flow. Yeah. With the Five of Cups, you could have felt a sense of disappointment. You could have not seen yourself for who you were. Not anybody outside of you. Yeah, people going to disappoint you because they're human. But some of you feel like you disappointed yourself. There was a lot of loss, a lot of sadness. Some of you had to learn to accept. Accept what is. Sometimes the cycle is meant to close out, to end. For you just to let go. Yeah. It's time to let go of any confusion. Some of you could have been getting more information that was needed, more communication that was needed in order to make a decision. You didn't know which way to go. You felt pulled in one way, pulled in another way. Some is being spiritually blind. Somebody felt spiritually blind here. All right. Got the Seven of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Magician here. Virgo, Gemini energy. It was a need for someone to be patient, to recalibrate yourself, to get in alignment here. You had all the tools and resources that you needed. Once again, it could have been you being in your emotions. You needed to trust your intuition. There was a need to become balanced emotionally, have faith, learn to let go, move forward, and not let your thoughts overtake you. Some of you needed to show yourself more compassion than what you were doing. There was a need to control the narrative, the energy. This your life. You're the magician. Whatever you think, that's what it'll be. Whatever you speak, that's what it'll be. It's up to you. What would be some healing mudras? Healing mudras here. We got, got quite a bit. We got discipline, inner peace, and commitment. Discipline, time for a change. Flow mudra. This mudra helps you to cope with sudden stress situations. While performing it, breathe in and out slowly several times, lengthening the pause after you exhale. Take care for stress and become addictive. For stress, okay. Take care. For stress can become addictive. To prevent stress from becoming chronic, you can develop appropriate strategies. Take a step back, pause, reflect, identify the super flawless and the throw it overboard. Delegate, redraft your timetable, and so on. Give up everything which you find is overstressing you. Surrender to it, to the setting sun, and see yourself afterwards in a pleasant company at leisure. Peaceful surroundings, perhaps your partner, a child, a pet, playing and enjoying each other's company. My riches are the little everyday pleasures. Inner peace. Be still. Drum mudra. You guys want to see that? We'll take a picture. This mudra calms the nerves. You can discard nervousness by drumming with your fingers on your hand on a hard surface. Drumming with your fingers on a hard surface for a few seconds. Then leave your fingers lying there. Concentrate on your fingertips. Press them while breathing out deeply, fully. Gently onto the surface. Repeat several times. Now form the mudra and imagine yourself to be lying in a hammock under a tree. You are swinging gently to and fro. You look up to the roof of the leaves where the light breeze make the leaves move a little. You are humming a simple, pleasant little tune. I rock myself with gentle motion and I bathe in a wonderful ocean of peace. Commitment. Give what you can. This mudra helps you to stabilize you. Fire mudra. Gives you inner support and balance. Be true to yourself and always give of your best, even if you think it's only very little. We cannot always play a perfect role, but we can always try to do our best. In retrospect, we often see how what we have been able to do as much more effect than we expect. Even if it seems rather feeble at the time, it's almost as if there was something working behind the scenes which makes up for what seems to be a deficiency. Let the light of the cosmos shine on you. Do and what you leave undone. It says, do and what you leave undone. In this way, the true value of depth of your deeds is revealed. I do my best, and I let the universe do the rest. If this was tough for you guys, listen, maybe it was something you needed to hear. What's the overall energy message the collector can use? Some of you could be in a Page of Cups type of energy. The world is my flourishing oyster, and I am excited to see what happens next. Ace of Cups. My heart is open and filled with love. Anything else? Four of Pentacles. I live an abundant life and I have more than I need. So maybe those are some affirmations that you guys can use. I hope you guys enjoyed the read. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. Once again, thank you all to who supported my channel with the live chat. I think they super chats or what have you. If you want to donate, because I am not monetized with YouTube at this moment, I will pin the Cash App in the description box below. Once again, guys, love, peace, and I'm out.